Coming up, we'll see a Buffalo team that swept New England in 2020, something they hadn't done since 1999. It's the Bills looking for 3 in a row against the Patriots, and it's headed your way on Monday night.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New England Patriots. And we are underway in Buffalo. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. We see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run with Singletary, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Patriots take over. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Jones. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Jones. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there for the Patriots. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Denzel Mims, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. Moss going to have a first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 27, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Throwing now is Allen. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On the give, this is Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now Jones throwing on first down. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he'll be out right at the 35.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take it. Shot like that downfield.
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. That swung out wide to Harris.
Come on now, let's go.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a match.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A big play here for Buffalo.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
On the handoff, it's Singletary. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the third drive's the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good to this point. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. On second down now, it's Harris. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Off the play fake, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Patriots.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. From the gun, Jones. Got a man, it's Mims. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one. And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And some room to roam now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The kick by Bass is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line ready to go.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So at half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3.
Starts the drive on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. On play action, Allen. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. But they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, something can't.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a run characteristic of Damien Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The sack there by Trent Murphy. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here caught by Mims. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Oh, and now some space to operate. 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary certainly capable of breaking on some big runs, and he got loose on a big one there.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Allen will try to throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Jones now on 1st and 10. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones over the middle, caught by Mims. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
But listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Allen's throw caught by Sanders. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Allen going to throw. And he'll try and fire this downfield for Singletary. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play here for Buffalo. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. Looking middle, and that's complete.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st down, Harris. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screen.
Touchdown, Patriots! Jonnu Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Bills 17.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Allen and the Bills now, down 21-17, 2:11 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. 1st down and more for Allen. And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Allen's throw is complete. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can be...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
One final try here for Allen. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type